Hello there, and welcome back. My name is Reimer, I don't rhyme, and this is the best Knight Rider toy in the world. This particular toy is made by a company called Diamond Select, and if that name sounds familiar to Trekkies, it's because they used to make Star Trek toys as well, including my Enterprise E. They also made a DeLorean that I need to get my hands on. Some other time, perhaps. Considering their history of top-notch quality electronic toys, well, except their stands, you know this is going to be good. The car itself is made from plastic, much like Val Kilmer's acting in the 2008 reboot. It might as well be a molecular bonded shell, because this thing is durable. You can give it to a child with reassurance that it won't break, as long as you can justify the hearty price tag this thing goes for on eBay now. For reference, I paid $80 for this 10 years ago. Now, turning to the review part of this episode, you're probably wondering why I have a figure of Han Solo and the 11th Doctor. This is one of my problems with the toy itself, with Kit. It's the scale. And there's three problems, but this is probably the biggest one. There's a version of this toy that has a Michael Knight action figure in it. And it's a 3 3/4 inch size like Han Solo here. The problem with having, sorry Matt, excuse me. The problem with having a 3 3/4 inch size, and the door is open by the way, which is really cool, and the dash looks great in there. But you put Han Solo or any 3 3/4 inch figure in there, and you can see he can't even reach the steering wheel. So to reach the steering wheel, you really got to like bring him forward like that, and it looks like he's angry the entire time, like totally hot gunning it to a jump to turbo boost it. So I never saw Michael Knight do that, but you know, to each their own. So 3 3/4 inch doesn't work. Like the Michael Knight figure that comes with this. I did not get a Michael Knight figure with mine because Entertainment Earth stopped selling that particular version. So you move to the next common size for a figure, which is the 5 inch. So that's why I have Matt Smith here. And Matt Smith on the outside looks much more proportional with Kit. Like this is how a human standing next to a car should look. Maybe a little bit smaller. Definitely smaller, because you try to put, and you know, Matt's not a huge figure either. He does not fit in there. Like his feet are too big to get past the steering wheel most of the time. And yeah, you're pretty much left with a Dukes of Hazzard type thing doing that. So yeah, last time I checked, Michael Knight did not do that either. So I guess a 4-inch figure would be appropriate, but 4-inch is not a common size for an action figure. It's either 3 3/4 or 5-inch in most cases. So yeah, 4-inch is really difficult. The two main problems besides the scale are the scanner. First off, if you can see that, the scanner isn't actually in the right place. It's actually much more forward. It should be recessed. Here, let me focus. It should be recessed a bit more by the hood, the hood gap. So I'm not sure why Diamond Select decided to do this. Maybe it was something with the electronics, but yeah, it's much too forward. But moving to the actual light up itself. So the light looks great, but if you can see right there, when it goes to this side, it actually bounces off and glitches out, if you can see that. See? So, yeah, again, not sure why. These are nitpicks. These are honestly nitpicks. Like, these don't affect my enjoyment of the toy at all. So, moving to the actual features of it. So, as you can see, the door is open. It is incredibly durable. Like, I've had this for 10 years now, and it's stood the test of time. Like, it really does have a molecular bonded shell. Of course, this thing collects fingerprints like no tomorrow. That's just the nature of the plastic. So I'm constantly wiping it down and whatnot. But tires are made of actual rubber. flip it on the underside. Here you have the, here, let me flip it over. You have the play option, and you have the try me option. The try me option in the box. I don't have the box anymore because, again, it's been 10 years. But to activate the lights and sounds, you press the hubcap. So this is the try me. And that's it. That's all you get for the try me mode. And as you can see, the fog lights even light up, which is a really cool touch. Especially in the later seasons of Knight Rider, they didn't use the pop-up headlights for the Trans Am much. So the fog lights kind of substituted that. So and then before we get to the main lights and sounds, another feature is, well, you can see it here, a flippable license plate. So it comes with 3 stickers. It comes with Knight, which is, of course, the main one you want to go for. You can flip it over to reveal KNI 667, which is a reference to an episode where, I don't remember exactly which episode of Knight Rider it was, but they wanted to be undercover, and so they switched it to that. It also comes with a kit license plate, which I don't use because it's not accurate. Over time, this license plate mechanism is a little bit loose, but most of the time I just leave it on Knight. And that's that. Let's go through the lights and sounds. So it has quite a few. Let's cycle through them.
I am the voice of Knight Industry 2000's microprocessor, KITT for easy reference, KIT if you prefer.
So that's actually William Daniels' voice, which is awesome in it. Unlike the Kenner Knight Rider toy from the 80s, it sounds very, very authentic and natural. So that's good. And the scanner lights up, obviously. The cockpit lights up too.
All systems functioning.
And it even has the voice box going, which is a great touch. And it comes with an extra set of stickers for the dash in case these start peeling off, which is great. Mine haven't. Because I haven't really touched the dash, but if you have kids playing with this, again, this is like $300 now, so I don't know how much money you want to spend on your kids, but I really like this toy, so it's great to have the extra stickers.
I suggest you put the car in the auto cruise mode.
I love that line. And then the next lights that light up are the actual tail lights. Oh, yeah, there we go. Very nice. Go through the rest here.
Michael, I detect vehicles headed our way.
And then here's probably my favorite series of lights and sounds.
Turbo boost activated, Michael.
You got the turbo boost, and of course the next sound is... It would not be a Knight Rider toy without a turbo boost sound effect, so I'm really glad that Diamond Select added that onto the toy. You actually get 2 whooshing sounds, one with the fog lights on, one with the fog lights off, which is nice. This is fun too. And the scanner blinks to actually show that he's losing power, which is really cool.
After all, we're only human, right?
So that's the main light and sound features. Another cool thing I like that Diamond Select does with their Enterprises, some of their newer Enterprises, not my Enterprise E, but definitely the newer ones, they actually have a static light mode. With Kit, it has sounds as well. So what you do is you just press and hold the hubcap. And this is really great for B-roll. And sure, it has that little glitch with the scanner, but it's great if you just want to, if your kids just want to play with it and have the scanner going, and don't worry too much about the sounds and whatnot. And this goes on for probably until the batteries run out. I haven't seen a timer on this. So this is one of my favorite toys of all time. Diamond Select is probably my favorite toy company. I really like what Diamond Select does. They have their faults. I really don't like their stance for their enterprises. And this kit here, sure, it has some faults. It's not completely accurate. But the things that are done right with this are done so incredibly well. There's also a car version, if you guys remember Car, Kit's nemesis, the night automated roving robot, and then, or roaming robot, is it roving or roaming? I'm not sure. And then there's the Super Pursuit Mode kit, which is very hard to find, but this is normal kit. This is what I wanted. An absolutely fantastic toy, and I would highly recommend any Knight Rider fan. If you had to pick up one Knight Rider toy, it would be this one. This toy perfectly encapsulates Knight Rider, partly because of its accuracy and slew of features, but also because of its lack of continuation. This toy is not made by Diamond Select anymore. Hell, I never even saw it in stores. Likewise, Knight Rider never had a solid conclusion. The original show ended abruptly with a random mind control story, which wrapped up like a normal episode, obviously with the intention of a 5th season, until NBC pulled the plug. Then there were the revivals. Knight Rider 2000 tried passing the torch from Hoff to a cop with Kit's microchip implanted in her. It was a cool cult sci-fi thriller that honestly had some dark moments, but not a lot resonated. Doesn't help they killed off Devon. Spoilers? But at least Scotty's in it. I didn't watch Team Knight Rider, and I don't think anyone else did either. When the theme of the original show is one man can make a difference, it's hard to suddenly change that to 5 people. And of course, there was the 2008 Knight Rider reboot. Where do I start? As mentioned, I don't like Val Kilmer as Kit. I don't like how they ignored the Knight 4000 already being established. I hate how much CGI is used, especially for Car. But most of all, I hate how it's a Ford ad. Literally. When 9-year-old me watched the TV broadcast live, all of the commercials were Ford ads. For the longest time, the Shelby GT500 was my least favorite car. If you thought Kit turning into a convertible was cringy, just wait until you see him somehow shapeshift into a pickup truck. Sorry, a Ford pickup truck. The last time I checked in the original show, Kit didn't shapeshift into a Pontiac Fiero or something. The world can thank the original show for how ahead of its time yet grounded it was. Self-driving, navigation, and communication are commonplace in cars now, much like how Star Trek inspired cell phones and computers. Yet Kit was always defensive. He never flew nor used lasers, except those times when he was fighting Car and it never worked anyway. He would even get destroyed a few times in some heartbreaking episodes, but he and Michael always found a way to win. And while Kilmer went for a more robotic performance, Daniels favored having emotion and attitude. There was a charm and character to his performance, just like how there's charm and character in this toy. On that wonderful note, it's time to end. Thank you very much for watching. Good night.